Misfits review. What? Jazz told me, hey, you never checked out the Misfits. If you liked Heroes, you would like Misfits. I was like, another British show. I'm not really sure about that. Since her last recommendation was so good, Being Human, I decided to give it a go. And let me just tell you something, it was freaking awesome. First of all, this is a British show. What do we have to do for our British show? Break out the tea. Now that we have our tea, the other thing that I put together, these cool snacks, my apple butter crackers, the instructions on how to make this at the end. Okay, the Misfits. 5 guys, 5 young adults. It's really hard to tell the ages because I don't know what their drinking ages over there, 18? I have no idea. Youthful offenders that are sentenced to do community service. They all show up at the community center. There's a freak electrical storm, hail and stuff like that. They all acquire these powers as a result of this freaky storm. Then it's just really following their regular day-to-day lives. The 5 people who actually make it are, there's Kelly. Kelly is got like a derby accent. She's kind of a tomboyish girl. She wears her hair like mine, just like up in a freaking ponytail all the time and talks kind of really funny. Let me just tell you, I'm not gonna even get into the different accents because I don't want to make a fool of myself. So she's one of the people that are there. There's also Nathan. Nathan is Irish. He's like, says whatever is on his mind, completely out of line, not in any way PC, freaking hilarious, freaking horny, pretty much like the life of the party. So he's there with a smart crack for every damn thing that you say. There is Simon, who is really quiet. He's the kind of geeky guy who is awkward, seems smart, but no one really associates with. There's the super jock Curtis. Curtis was like a track star who got busted for doping or something like that. Feels like he's better than everyone else there. He really had a shot for a really great future. Then there is Alicia. And Alicia is the typical pretty girl. She's kind of whorish. Yeah, she's not kind of, she's very whorish. She's just into herself and self-centered. So those are the main people, the main characters of the story in the beginning. Well, no spoilers on this. So really, they all get powers that mesh with some aspect of their personality. We have like Curtis, who's very regretful of what he did to get there. Feels like he threw his whole future away for nothing. You could kind of think of what kind of superpower he might get. Like I said, I'm not going to tell you anything. The girl who's totally into herself, what kind of power would she get? The guy who's just, everything washes off of him, he doesn't care, he's like happy-go-lucky, just always with a smart-ass line and everything. What kind of power is he gonna get? The quiet guy in the corner, what kind of power is he gonna get? The tom girl, punky girl, who's people are always judging, what kind of power is she gonna get? So they all get their real powers. Let me just tell you something. I watched this week because it is a British show, and British shows are maybe 7 or 8 episodes. It's not like over here where we have like 23 episodes in the season. It's 7 episodes, so I actually watched 3 seasons of the show this week. I just finished. There is a 4th season. One of the reasons I watched it, Jazz told me it was available on Hulu, so I was like, okay, it was like IMDb in it, and then it was like, do you want to watch it on Hulu? Right there on IMDb? Psh, yeah, I want to watch that on Hulu, thank you very much. And I just streamed it all week. It was like really, really compelling. Okay, this is probably a stupid trait to think, but one of the main things that I freaking love about a great show is if it has great theme music. Wait, listen to this. Freaking awesome. And I love the whole freaking, like the whole opening scene. You can kind of see maybe what their powers are based on the little cartoon in the beginning. So it's pretty cool. Pay attention to the shadows especially. So there's that. If you've watched any of these shows, which, every single show, you have like your main characters, you have your auxiliary characters, you have red shirt characters who nobody cares about. They do a really good job of cycling people in and out, pretty much, for lack of a better way. Can't get attached to any characters. There's a major character shakeup, was unexpected, but immediately is like some kind of weird, awkward episode, and then different characters are introduced. I haven't gotten to season 4, which there's major character changes going on there. They are all multi-dimensional characters. In the beginning, especially me, I'm like, okay, who's gonna be my favorite character, who's not gonna be my favorite character? I usually like the bad guys. So I'm trying to figure out who's the most most badass. Well, the bad guys sometimes do good things, and then you see some of the good guys sometimes have bad attributes. So it's very dimensional. The characters are very dimensional. It's very exciting, very fun. You start getting crushes on all of them in spite of yourself. They all have something that you really like about them. I would recommend, if you have free time this weekend, you're always streaming on Hulu for free. I definitely recommend you have a party, make yourself some apple butter crackers and some tea, and watch The Misfits. I'm getting struck by lightning! It's coffee.